Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Patrick Mahomes and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his first look is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Let's go. That'll go as a pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 10 catches, 134 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. They get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. On the return, it's Taylor. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Mahomes now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes steps away, and he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get him for a loss of about 3. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes dancing to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running play.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And he's able to put it through. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ryan Switzer on the return. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Bud Dupree with the big sack, and something really jumped up for him in 2019. 11 and a half sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and boy, did he play well for Pittsburgh. That's what they look for in an outside linebacker. The former first-rounder gave it to him in 2019.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rolling to his left, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And look at this, it's a fake, and he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. On 1st down, Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Well executed, 22-yard gain. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marcus Mariota. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, here's the option. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80. Check back. Check back, 27. Check back.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's... And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that... Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And again, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Don't stop that.
3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come? I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Switzer now to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
230. 26
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, He was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're open for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Big Ben with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. 23 yards the pickup there.
If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Mahomes firing complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
No, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know,
and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll run here with Conner, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles get a score closer. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mahomes now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this, another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 41 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunity.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marcus Mariota there to make the grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Switzer now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Roethlisberger will throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing is Mahomes on third, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change.
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On third down, it's Conner. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. On first down, Mahomes. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good catch by Deontay Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad for the 10th wide receiver selected in the 2019 draft. Really good play. Expects to continue to get better in this Pittsburgh offense.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
26, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Roethlisberger, and that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. That's not new. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Again, a run with Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Samuels again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Uh-oh, Kirk Cousins. He's still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They begin on the ground here with Connor. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This is our time. Our time.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Switzer now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. On 1st down, Connor. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 55 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, That's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Out to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
A run with counter on 1st down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Mahomes again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially When the defense sells out against the run, he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Here's Conner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Soft through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it, and this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles get a score closer. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So nothing fancy there. That was just a fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just go straight ahead. As you said, nothing fancy. Everyone move someone out of the way and let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 2nd down and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I...
Thank you.